On Saturday, we found out the identity of the first of this year's Scottish Cup finalists after Hibs beat Aberdeen.
Kajabi with a great cross, and Gary O'Connor scores inside 3 minutes. Oh, that is stunning! Aberdeen are level. Lee Griffiths is in. This is the moment. Now they're dreaming of a place in the Scottish Cup final. It's over. It is glory, glory to the Hibees in this Scottish Cup semi-final.
Now the club, which lifted the cup back in 2006, hopes to make it an all-Edinburgh final. To do that, Hearts will have to beat the new Scottish Premier League champions. Celtic are now aiming to complete the double by retaining the Scottish Cup, which they won last season. Well, the supporters had a title party at Rugby Park last weekend, but just a month ago here at Hampden Park, they came expecting to see Celtic lift the Scottish League Cup, and that day it was Kilmarnock that came out on top. The Hearts fans haven't been back here at the National Stadium for a Scottish Cup tie since the shootout win over Gretna in the final 7 years ago. Hibs are definitely there. Now the boys in maroon want to join them for what would be only the second all-Edinburgh final. The last was in 1896, and Hearts won it. It's the second semi-final from the William Hill Scottish Cup. It's in high definition on Sky Sports 1 HD and available on mobile devices using Sky Go. Good afternoon to you and welcome to Hampden Park in Glasgow, where I'm joined today by Neil McCann, who won the Cup with Hearts back in 1998. And beside him is a man who was Hearts assistant manager back then and indeed at the start of this season and is now performing that role at Cup finalists Hibs. It's Billy Brown. Billy, many congratulations to you. Can you sum up what yesterday's win for Hibs in the semi-final meant for the club after what's been a tough season?
Well, it has been a tough season, you know, and results have been poor and performances have been poor, to be honest with you. And, you know, the Hibs supporters have been long suffering this season, put up with watched a lot of poor games, and yesterday, you know, to get to the final was probably the best day they've had this season, and we hope we can continue it and go and win it. And
if Celtic beat Hearts today, Hibs will qualify for Europe today. How big a turnaround would that be?
Well, it's just incredible, you know, after the season we just spoke about that it's been pretty poor, you know, to think that you can end up in Europe. But, you know, the main thing, and it always has been the main thing, is to retain our SPL status, and we haven't done that yet. So we've got to make sure in these last few games that we do that and secure our place, and then we can think about other things after that.
The last Edinburgh final was, as I said, 1896. Now, you've been about the scene since round about that season. What would it mean to the city and to you, given your association with both clubs?
Yeah, I just missed the game, actually. I was at school that day. But yeah, I mean, I've got mixed emotions about an all-Edinburgh final. I mean, it'd be probably one of the biggest games between the two clubs, and no doubt about that, and the interest that would be created would be fantastic. But, you know, from my own point of view, it'd be a very, very difficult occasion, to be honest with you. But, you know, who knows? The Hearts have got a chance here today, and I think there's every possibility it could happen.
How big an incentive is it for Hearts to get to a final, given that if they don't win today, Hibs can go into Europe? For selfish reasons, they want to do it, of course, for themselves.
No, they don't. I know a lot of Hearts fans, David, that probably might even contemplate Celtic winning this match today because they couldn't bear the nerve shredder of an Edinburgh Derby final. But you have to be in cup finals. When they come around, you get an opportunity to do so. You have to take them. And there's no better incentive to go to Hampden come cup final day with a chance of beating your biggest rivals. I've played in Old Firm Cup finals. It's a wonderful feeling when you do conquer them. If Hearts can achieve a win today against Celtic, it sets us up with what a monumental cup final ahead.
And you know, I mean, it means a lot, obviously. You know, Hibs taken a lot of jibes over the years that they haven't won the cup since 1902. But what a better way to change it for the Hibs supporters' point of view to beat Hearts in the final. You know, it would be a fantastic occasion. But as I say, it would be a difficult one for some of us.
Just one small problem. They face Celtic today, but we'll come to that later on. It's Paolo Sergio's first time managing at Hampden Park, and Neil Lennon has, over the piece, had mixed success here. Charles Patterson's been getting their views.
Neil, you come here as the newly crowned SPL champions. Is confidence brimming in your team? Yeah, I mean, we have to temper that. We've got a very tough game today, but I think the way the players played last week shows that it's running right through the squad and the club. It's been a great few days. You know, the players are taking it all in there. You know, some of them, it's the first time as champions, and you know, it's a pretty special feeling for them. But now they've got to put that to one side and go again.
It's a fantastic day, a great opportunity to go to a final. It's going to be a massive game.
What makes Hearts dangerous this afternoon?
Well, you know, they're a very well disciplined team, and they've got, you know, good individual players. Driver, Sketchel, Dangerous, Elliott, box player. Got Beattie on the bench if needed, and a very strong, resolute team.
You have 9 players potentially, one booking away from a suspension if they get booked today. How important is discipline going to be if you're to reach the final?
What is important is that they are available to play today, and it's about today's game that I'm worried, not about the next one.
Do you have any concerns that your previous trip to Hampden 4 weeks ago when you lost the League Cup final, will that be playing on the players' minds at all today?
Yeah, but in a good way. You know, it should incentivise them to, you know, go and win better. I mean, like I've said on record, we didn't play that badly that day, so, you know, in the cold light of day, it just wasn't our day. Now, we need to eradicate that and make sure when the chances do come our way, we might only get 1 or 2 today, make sure we take them.
Hibernian await the winners of this game. How special would an all-Edinburgh Cup final be?
I refuse to speak about the final. I have a semi-final to play today, and that's what matters. So no point to be speaking about the final just now.
What a support Hearts have got here backing them today. Great atmosphere already. Neil, 6 of the starting lineup today.
Yeah.
If they're booked, they'll miss at the final. How much will that affect the players' mindsets and also Hearts' chances?
Well, having played in games Celtic v Hearts, they're always very aggressive, they're fiery. I think a lot of Hearts' good play comes through being high tempo, high pressure. And when you're sitting with that amount of guys on bookings, then you run the risk, obviously, of losing them. But it's about the team. You know, the team supersedes individuals, David. It doesn't matter who's going to miss the game if they do pick up yellows. It's about getting there. You know, get the game done. If you do pick up a yellow, that's just tough. That's football. You're out there to do a job to get your team to the cup final. It's not about individual glory. It's about the team.
Well, these teams have played 28 times in this tournament, and the Glasgow side have the better record. Martin O'Neill's Celtic overcame John Robertson's Hearts in the last cup encounter, which was at the same stage 7 years ago.
Thompson tries again, and Sutton! Oh, what a start for Celtic! Hartson with the flick, Bellamy! Oh, it's found a way past Craig Gordon, and Craig Bellamy has made it 2-0. Chesnauskis. Oh, that's going to go in! What a goal from Chesnauskis!
So the atmosphere is building. The Celtic fans there, you hear them singing about being champions. What a party they had last week. Will they do it again this week? The Hearts supporters, well, it's been a rare treat coming to Hampden Park. They've not been here since 2008 in a League Cup tie, and as a result of that, they've taken advantage and they are here in great numbers. Great atmosphere ahead of the big one. Now, the man who captained Dundee United to the Cup 2 years ago is fit. Andy Webster is back, as is Stephen Elliott, but Craig Beattie's only fit enough for the bench. Scott Brown has recovered from injury, and Mikael Lustig is the only change to the team, which won the league last week. Scotland's National Stadium on semi-final day in the National Cup competition, and Hampden Park in the sunshine is packed, and the atmosphere really is building here for Celtic against Hearts. I'm joined in the studio today by 2 men who won the Cup with Hearts back in 1998. Neil McCann was playing back then, and Billy Brown was assistant manager and is now assistant manager of Cup finalist Hibernian. Great atmosphere today. Does it remind you of 1998?
Certainly does. Billy and I were just discussing it there when we were in the break about the scarves getting spun round, and it does bring huge memories back. I was here in 2006 when Hearts won it again. I was injured at that time, so I know what it means to the city. I know what it means to the Hearts fans, and I'm sure Celtic will be here hoping that that doesn't happen a third time. And in quick succession.
What would you be saying to the Hearts players today?
Well, I mean, when you play Celtic, you've got to go out and you've got to get on top of them and stop them playing. If you stand off them and let them play, you're in bother. You know, so you've got to be in at the players. You know, go man to man, close your man down, win your personal
Is this where the
battles.
yellow cards comes into play? It's a big part of Hearts' game.
Yeah, well, I don't think you can think about yellow cards. You know, this is a semi-final, no holds barred. You can't think, I'll not go to this tackle because I'll get booked. You can't do that. You know, you've just got to play the game as you see it, and if you get booked, you get booked. And I mean, if Hearts have got that in their mind, they're in for problems, because Celtic at the minute are on fire. So you can't sit off them. They've just got to play the game as they see it, and if they get booked, well, that's tough.
What about Celtic? What Celtic are we going to see today? Is it going to be difficult for them to maintain the momentum after last week?
I just think that Hearts are hoping there's a little hangover there from the SPL title. The unfortunate thing is, I think Celtic were sensational last week, and I'm pretty sure that Neil Lennon were using the ammunition at the last time they were at Hampden. They lost the League Cup final to Kilmarnock. I'm pretty sure that'll be getting reiterated in the dressing room before they leave.
I mean, Hearts have got a really mobile side though, Neil.
Yeah.
You know, and they're going to get in about Celtic and that, and they'll make it difficult.
Let's join our commentators then. Scottish Cup winner Davy Probyn is with Ian Crocker.
And the National Stadium is ready to roar. Roar for Celtic, roar for Hearts. Semi-final weekend at Hampden. The agony and the ecstasy. On a day like this, there can be no fear, no regrets. Winning is everything, losing is nothing. Jubilation or desolation awaits. In 34 days' time, one of these teams will be back here, walking out alongside Hibs in the 2012 Scottish Cup final. Will it be Celtic against Hibs, or will it be an Edinburgh derby? We are about to find out. Celtic made one change in the side that clinched the title at Kilmarnock, and that's been forced upon them. It's feared Adam Matthews has mumps, so Swedish defender Mikael Lustig makes only his third appearance for the club. Skipper Scott Brown was always likely to recover from a groin problem. Charlie Mulgrew has scored 3 goals at Hampden Park for Celtic. Gary Hooper, strangely, has yet to score a Scottish Cup goal. Maybe today's the day. Former Celtic striker Craig Beattie is only fit enough for the bench. But Stephen Elliott is back for Hearts after 4 games out injured, and Andy Webster's okay after missing the Dunfermline match. Jamie Hamill suffered cruciate ligament damage in training this week. Rudy Scatchell is a potential match winner, but he's one of 6 starting for Hearts who are a booking away from missing a possible final. Victor Wanyama is back from a ban and a sub for Celtic. He's scored twice against Hearts this season. As well as Beattie on the Hearts bench, there's David Templeton, who's been out for 2 months with a groin injury. So who will be taking their place in the Scottish Cup final? Neil Lennon or Paolo Sergio? Scott Brown ready for battle after going off injured at Kilmarnock, and battle could be the right word, because he goes up against Ian Black. The two of them actually played together as boys in Hibs youth team